U.S. Rep. Cheri Bustos said her recent dinners out with other women in Congress have included trading stories about the sexual harassment they and others have endured. Bustos, a Mullen Democrat, said sexual harassment has become the talk of the town in Washington. It's a topic and scandal that also has gripped Springfield and Hollywood. Some women in Illinois' congressional delegation have their own stories, and some of the state's men who used to hold seats in Washington have been punished for sexual misdeeds. Now, Democratic U.S. Sen. Al Franken and Rep. John Conyers, Jr. are under scrutiny for alleged sexual misconduct, and the House is scheduled to vote Wednesday to require lawmakers and congressional staffers to complete anti-harassment training during each session of Congress. Senate leaders have called for an ethics probe of Franken. He has two, and House ethics officials announced last week they were examining Conyers. Bustos didn't divulge details of stories from the dinners out but said she's disappointed that people at the highest level of American politics who have behaved this way. She said any bad behavior she's experienced was such that she was able to handle it one-on-one and shut it down. U.S. Rep. January Schakowsky, a Democrat from Evanston who has served in Congress since 1999 and is the longest-serving Illinois woman in the chamber, recalled an inappropriate exchange early in her congressional career. She went to see a veteran member with whom she shared a committee assignment. "We'll get along," she quoted him as saying, "as long as when you see me you give me a hug or a kiss." Schakowsky never reported it and won't name the offender but is co-sponsoring the resolution for anti-harassment training in the House. "We have to make sure that we take actual steps to prevent a hostile workplace environment where power can be abused," she said. She said Congress has a significant upstairs-downstairs phenomenon, referring to a time when wealthy people relegated servants to the basement. "You've got the members, and then you've got this army of staff, which is inherently a power imbalance," she said. She's also studying a bill sponsored by Democratic Rep. Jackie Speier, a California Democrat who late in October launched the Me Too Congress campaign. Speier disclosed then that when she was working during the 1970s as a congressional staffer, the lawmaker's chief of staff held my face, kissed me and stuck his tongue in my mouth. Congress has been a breeding ground for a hostile work environment for far too long, according to Speier, who said two harassers, one a Democrat and one a Republican, now hold office. She did not identify them. Talking about the problem, some congresswomen point to the fact that the vast majority of office holders are men. 21 of the 100 senators are women, and 84 women are U.S. representatives in the 435-member House. Overall, about 1 in 5 federal lawmakers are women. Speier has introduced legislation called the Me Too Congress Act to revamp internal complaint procedures in Congress to report sexual harassment, saying current protocols silence survivors, protect harassers, and favor the institution over the victims. "This is a moment we can learn from and move ahead and shout very loudly that this is not okay," said Bustos, who backs the measure and is quick to note the scandals like those that have shaken Congress have roiled a host of other industries.